The word halak means walk. There's another word in Hebrew, halakha, which is just another change off that word walk, and it means the way to walk, the way to walk. And the idea was this. The idea was that God gave Moses a set of laws, a set of rules, a set of regulations that the people ought to follow, and that if they were to be righteous, they would follow the law. Well, it became very difficult to understand exactly how do you make that law work in your real life. And so the scribes, the Pharisees, the teachers of the law came up with something called halakha, which is the way in which to walk, the way to walk, the way in which to live out these rules. And so it became a list of subset rules. What does it look like to honor the Sabbath? What does it look like to keep the Sabbath day holy? What does it look like to do all of these things? And it's called halakha. And every time we see Jesus being a rule breaker and doing something he shouldn't do on Sabbath, or doing something he shouldn't do and inviting sinners over to his house and on, he's breaking halakha. He's not breaking the law. He's breaking the way that they have interpreted the law. He didn't break God's rules, he broke their rules. And so with his actions, he defies halakha, but also with his words. Do you remember what Jesus says about himself in John 14:6? He says, I am the way. No one comes to the Father except through me. I do not think it's insignificant that in his time, everybody was consumed with halakha, the way to walk. And Jesus says, the way to walk, I'm the way. Something to remember about Enoch. Enoch lives before Noah. Enoch lives before Abraham. He lives long before Moses and the giving of the law. He doesn't have the law. If halakha, if the way to live is found in following the rules correctly, Enoch is at a disadvantage because he doesn't have those rules yet. They don't exist. Enoch only has two things. He has a name, Yahweh. And he has a promise, Genesis 3:15. One day, that evil serpent's head will be crushed by the offspring of the woman. That's all he's got. A name and a promise. And it was enough. Enough to go off of that he defied death itself. It was enough to go off of to walk with God. Enoch understood that the way is not a list. The way is a person. Enoch understood that the way to walk was not what he could accomplish by his own hands, but what would be accomplished for him by the hands of God.